Hey everybody, it's your girl Blue, and you're probably wondering where in the hell have you been? I've been around, just haven't did videos in a while because I've been busy. Um, but anywho, this is a movie review on a movie that I currently watched Saturday, and I'm pretty sure you all know what I am talking about. It is the movie Surviving Compton. Dre, Suge, and Michel'le that debuted this Saturday, October 15th on Lifetime. Now, I know a bunch of you people are not really big fans of Lifetime because of the other movies that they have simply came out, bios of people that we all love and adored. But unfortunately, you already know Lifetime is going to cash up on that regardless. So, let's dive right into it. Now, for all of you who do not know who Michel'le is, she is a singer. And even though her voice is really squeaky like a little kid, the reason she talks like that because she talks over her Valaries, and I believe from what I've been told that's your I guess she talks over her voice box because this is your voice box right here. So she talks over it. That's why she sounds like a little kid. Honestly, I would love to have her for a friend. So anytime a bill collector called my house, I'll just have her talk to him, and that would actually be kind of funny. Yeah, I always be thinking of crazy shit. Um, she did some songs. The main one that I recognized her from was "Something in My Heart." When I automatically heard that song, I was like, "Damn, this woman got a voice for real." But when she gets done singing and she actually talking, her voice is actually kind of funny. But hey, that's the way she talk. Honestly, I think she's a unique person when you talk like that because not a lot of people can get away with that. But anywho, onwards to the story. So mind you, I had to work that day, but I DVR'd it and I watched it Sunday. So excuse me if this is a little late in the game and I waited until now Wednesday night to do the movie review, but I had to wrap my head around this movie. My husband actually wanted to watch it with me. I was actually kind of shocked because he's not really a big fan of Lifetime either. So, whatever. Um, again, sorry. So, let me tell you something right now about this movie. This is Michel'le's life growing up. Of course, she grew up in Compton, California. We all know that Compton was very really rough place to live. Pretty much same thing, police brutality, picking on niggas as always and whatnot. But I'm not getting into that. So Michel'le was working in a nice little retail store, whatever, when Lonzo just happened to hear her sing a song, and he wanted her to sing this one song. So he took her to the music studio where that's where she had came into contact with NWA. And if you all are not familiar with NWA, which I don't know who is not familiar with NWA, it is Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, MC Ren, and DJ Yella. So she goes there, pretty much sings the song. They're blown away. And of course, Dr. Dre, you know, becomes affiliated with her romantically and sexually and all that jazz. Well, hell, you all know the story. Um, Not even 10 minutes into the movie, the abuse starts. And what I mean by abuse is this: Dre comes home drunk. Michel'le is asleep. But he gets in the bed, she wakes up saying, "Hey baby," and the next thing you know, he slugs her in the face 3 times. Then rolls over to his side of the bed and then starts crying. And I'm sitting over here like, bro, you kidding me right now? Nigga, you drunk, you punched this girl 3 fucking times out of the cut, and then you got the nerve to roll over and cry. Wow, that's that's pretty fucked up if you ask me. And just to let you guys know, I am not all for men putting their hands on a female. Just want to throw that out there so y'all don't get it twisted. The girl plays Michel'le is I hope I'm saying her name right because I got my little notepad here. Rania Nicole Brown plays her. She actually did a very good job portraying her. She didn't have those hazel green bluish looking eyes, so she had to wear contacts and learn how to talk like her. And she did a very good job portraying her. I must say, very impressed. The guy who played Dr. Dre is a newcomer, Curtis Hamilton. Like I said, newcomer, never heard of him. He really did look familiar a little bit. I could have sworn it was Romeo, Master P's son. At first I did, but I looked again. I'm like, no, no, that's not him. The guy who plays Jerry Heller is Jamie Kennedy. I believe he played on America's Most Wanted Malibu. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. I'm sorry. And the guy who played Eazy-E is Omar Wallace. And as far as the other people that portrayed the other members of NWA, I couldn't really pronounce their names. So fucking uniqueness of names. But yeah. Obviously, throughout the movie, it mainly seemed like it was more focused on Dre than it was the other person who I will start talking about. But throughout the movie, I mean, the more he put his hands on her, the more my anger level bar was just going up. Like I was this close to wanting to throw something at my TV because of the shit that he was doing to her. It was ridiculous. And I would think, okay, this woman just got hit by this motherfucker. You need to leave. Apparently, she must have got some real bad family values. I'm sorry, can't even talk. Because her mama called herself telling her that, if a man hits you, let him hit you, something around that nature. I don't give a fuck. I was pissed the fuck off. Why would any mother sit over here and tell her daughter to allow a man to hit you? What the fuck? I do distinctly remember my dad telling me once upon a time that if he ever put his hands on me, that I had the right to call the police. You damn right I got the right to call the police. I don't need your damn permission to call the motherfucking police if you put your hands on me. What kind of bullshit is that? Please. But whatever, that's a different story. So, mind you, nobody, okay, I can't really say nobody. The only two people that said anything or tried to help Michel'le out was Jerry Heller and Eazy-E. Ice Cube didn't get involved, DJ Yella didn't get involved, MC Ren didn't get involved. And another thing that, oh, mind you, there's a couple of flaws in this movie too. And let me go ahead and tell you the one flaw. When was Dr. Dre the head of NWA? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, people. And trust me, I can be wrong 98% of the time and probably be 2% right. But correct me if I'm wrong here. The last time I checked, and this is from the documentary before the movie even was created, because I watched the documentary, Eazy-E was the one that was the leader of NWA because he funded them through his drug money. In this movie, Michel'le portrays that Dre was head of NWA. I'm sorry, I think she got her facts wrong in that nature. I don't know. Maybe Dre was acting like he ran NWA, but we all know the history that Eazy-E was the one that was in charge of NWA. So that was a flaw right there. I was kind of, confused on. But nobody else, attempted to even help this girl but Eazy and Jerry Heller. And Jerry Heller, he actually had a sensitive side in this movie. I don't recall Jerry Heller being sensitive about anything, let alone a woman being in a domestic violence relationship. That's something that really just was like confusing to me. So it made me question, was he portrayed right in the movie Straight Outta Compton? If he was, why we didn't get to see that sensitive side of him? Again, I guess we'll never know. Eazy-E, I applaud Eazy-E for trying. I do. I applaud him for sticking his head out and trying to help this girl. I do. Because obviously the other motherfuckers wasn't saying shit, but he tried. I will give him that. But Dre was making my blood boil through the whole duration that his presence was known. He whooped this girl ass to where she wound up abusing prescription drugs and alcohol So when he came in the house and he was ready to whoop her ass, she was already getting herself prepared so it wouldn't hurt so bad. The woman literally had to suck up on pills and alcohol just to endure abuse from this motherfucker. Does this make me think differently of Dre? You damn Skippy, it does. Now, before this movie even came out, I already heard that Dre abused this woman. I already heard it. But seeing it in the movie for the first time, it's like I didn't know it was that bad. I did not. So she was gone for a few months. She went on tour with MC Hammer and she found out that she was pregnant with Dre's baby. And at first, it seemed like she didn't even want him to know, but unfortunately, Dre walked in when her and Heller were talking about it. So she has the baby. She's thinking, okay, maybe he'll stop, he'll straighten up and all this other mess because Dre already had, you know, how many kids did she say that he had at the time? Was it 5 or 6? I don't know. I don't give a shit. So I think around this time, Ice Cube had left because he found out that there was something to file with Heller and the contracts and stuff. So he left. We all know that's what happened. The baby was crying, and Dre was trying to, was telling him, shut the baby up. It's like, nigga, that's your son. What the fuck? Baby's gonna cry. What the hell you think? You think you have a light switch or something? You turn it on, turn it off? Get the fuck on. He was actually about to hit Michel'le with the baby still in her hands. Nigga, if that shit really did happen, you a pussy ass bitch. Then there was a scene where he shot a gun off in the house. And thank God Michel'le was really fast because had she not, that bullet would have hit her. You gonna shoot the mother of your child? You cunt? You fucker? Are you serious right now? Bro, I'm telling you, if ever I see this motherfucker, I will kick him in the nuts and pimp slap his ass. You can hit a woman, but you can't hit a man. That's a pussy right there. And that's what I've always heard. Men hit women because they too scared to hit a man. And that's exactly what this motherfucker was doing. He can hit a woman, but I guarantee you he won't hit a man. You know why? Because a nigga will hit your ass back, and it's no guarantee if you're going to be dead or alive in the end. And that's just the facts. That's just how it is. So we enter the other person in this one. And this is the shocker right here. If you all seen the movie Straight Outta Compton, the guy that played Suge Knight, he did a really good job. Very scary, but he did a good job. What if I told you that he reprised his role as Suge Knight in this movie? Oh yes, people. What's his name? R. Marcus Taylor. I hope I said Marcus right. Marcos Taylor. He reprised his role as Suge Knight. Now, you know that eventually Dre had left Ruthless Records because he also said that there was something, a file going on with his contract and whatnot. So that's when him and Suge Knight went on ahead and did the Death Row Records. So they were working together. Mind you, Michel'le was not a big fan of Suge Knight. She was scared of him. She didn't like him. He was violent, all that stuff. But oh, people, did that change. Did that change. Michel'le was drunk up, drugged up, whatever you want to call it. Came to the studio trying to talk to Drake. She ain't seen him in a minute. He pretty much brushed her to the side, and then Suge Knight said, Michel'le, you got to get yourself together. I'm going to put you in rehab. I'm going to pay for it. You got to get yourself together. This is not healthy. People, brace yourself for what I'm about to say, because this is what Michel'le said. The man that all this time that she's been terrified of and not liking became her guardian angel. Man, I kid you not, when your girl Blue heard her say that, I was like, excuse me? You said what now? I swear I felt this coming up to my throat, and I felt this burning sensation when she said that. It's like, Suge Knight was her guardian angel. A guardian angel was Suge. That does not go together. That incorrect. F plus see me after class. That does not go together. That is incorrect. That It's how the devil draws you in. He acts like he's the angel, but then as time progresses, his true color starts showing. That, my friend, is a good description on what Suge Knight was. Now, it's pretty obvious. We all know who Suge Knight is. We know how he charms his way into your life and then he screws you over in the end. That's pretty much what happened here. He came in as the hero. I don't even know how you can even make someone of that magnitude that is so notorious and so vicious and cruel. How do you make him a hero? I will never understand, but who gives a shit? So she ended things with Dre, and then she wound up fucking around with Suge Knight. She didn't fuck around with him to get back at Dre or because he was being nice to her. She claimed that she wanted to. And mind you, he didn't want a wife. He just wanted that, what do you call it? A bottom bitch. Is that what you motherfuckers call these days? You gonna be my bottom bitch or my number one bitch or something? I don't know. I think it's pretty stupid. She either gonna be your woman or not. That's how I see it. So of course he gets locked up and whatnot. I mean, you might as well call his jail. You might as well call prison his home. Just give him the damn keys and just let him walk the fuck around and like, yeah, I'm going home, go to prison, whatever. Who cares? So he winds up getting locked up, and Michel'le winds up having to try to run death row while he's in jail. Now, mind you, I don't think this woman went to college, let alone knows how to run a business. And he was going to pay her like a good portion of money, whatever. And she was not even allowed to see her family. She was kind of cut off from her family. And she had to come see him, for conjugal visits at a certain time, whatever. And she really wasn't liking it at first. And he was sitting over here, threatening her. And, then he tries to turn it around, talking about, you the only one I trust and stuff. And then they wind up getting married in jail. He gets out and tries to get everything together. He's at home. I don't know what Michel'le said to him in this one scene, but whatever she said to him, he got pissed off and slugged her in the face. She's getting carried away through the ambulance, and he's talking about, let me talk to her for a minute. I'm like, oh shit, he about to threaten her. And he was like, a football. Tell her we was playing football. You got hit with a football. People, I don't play football. I don't even let alone understand football. But I do not believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that a football can do that much damage to your face. I guess depending on how much power you put in that hand when you throw it. Okay, maybe your nose. Okay, I can clearly see a football breaking your nose. Marshall with the Brady Bunch. We saw that one. So he was just a fucking coward, whatever. So she finds out that she's pregnant with his child. This little girl named Bailey. So he winds up getting locked up again. And I'm not going to go why he got locked up. I don't give a shit. I don't like the guy. He's an asshole. Tupac was in the movie. A lot of people didn't like him because he did not really look like Tupac. And I guess nowadays you can look somewhat of the person, but not all the way. It's not much so as looks. It's more so of how you are portraying the person in question. Somewhat he did okay. I really, on a scale from 1 to 10, I give him a 6. How about that? Yeah, I'll give him a 6. But the guy that played Tupac and Straight Outta Compton, 1 to 10, I give it a 10. Because he looked like him, he sounded like him, he gave us that gangster vibe, whatever, from Straight Outta Compton. I'll give him credit where credit's due on that one. So, Tupac gets shot. Now here's another flaw that I had just caught on to because I looked at another video. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Was not Suge Knight in the car with Tupac when shots were fired? If you say yes, then can you please explain to me in the movie, why was Suge Knight sitting right next to Michel'le? when they was reporting that Tupac got shot. Wouldn't Suge Knight have still been at the scene? Wouldn't if he had been at the police station being questioned on did he see anything? Do you know if Tupac had any enemies? Any of that? No, he's sitting right next to Michel'le. I'm like, something's foul. That no, that's no. So then all of a sudden the IRS gets involved because Suge Knight done some shady shit. You guys just not realize that? That motherfucker been doing shady shit since the moment he set foot on this earth. So she finds out that he has put a lot of merchandise and stuff in her name without her acknowledgement. And as far as the marriage, it was a fake marriage. There was no marriage. He was still legally married to somebody else. So he basically fucked her over, screwed her over. So she finally confronts him, and he winds up pulling out a gun. And she like, really? You're gonna pull a gun out on me? It's gonna take more than a gun to take me down because they're coming after you. It's your turn to be scared. She turns around, walk away. And the part that really that got me was when she was talking to her daughter Bailey, you know, telling her don't let a man put their hands on you, don't trade your freedom for security and, you know, fame and whatnot. You know, that was a touching moment because that lets me know that, you know, she knows that just because a man hits you, that's not love. You know, so then in the end of the movie, Michel'le, you know, winds up, you know, talking and she sings. And I can clearly see that she's trying to cry, but she's holding back the tears singing this song. And then in the end, she was like, I'm really happy that I'm standing here today. And I kind of felt a little tear trying to like come upon my eyes, but I kind of held back because I was like, trying to breathe here. And I'm sorry if I skipped anything in the movie or whatever. I'm sorry. There was just certain scenes in this movie that just really got to me, and I was just like, kind of carried away with it. But that was the movie Surviving Compton. Now, I'm trying to see was there anything else that actually there is. Now, I'm trying to figure out why she never was in the movie Straight Outta Compton. Now, mind you, her name was mentioned in the movie. Her name was mentioned in Straight Outta Compton. You need to go watch it again. I think it was when they had the second pool party. And I think Heller was talking to Eazy-E, and he said, you know, we got these people, and then I heard him say Michel'le. So I'm like, okay, well then where's Michel'le? Are we gonna see her or not? She was never in the movie. Now I've been hearing on TV shows and articles and stuff, and you know, people was like, you know, well, why Michel'le was not in the movie with Straight Outta Compton? You know, if she was affiliated with them, why was she not in the movie? And that's when Lifetime came to her and was like, don't you think you need to tell your side of the story? Because they sure hell didn't mention you in the movie. You need to tell your side of the story and whatnot. And at first she was hesitant because she didn't want to relive, you know, all that abuse and stuff she went through. And I can completely understand that. But in her case, it's like, you know, no, I need to go ahead and tell them my side of the story because like you said, I wasn't even in the movie Straight Outta Compton. Like, what the deal? That's true. But where there are certain flaws in her story, yes. Um, Even my husband was thinking, was it possible that she fabricated some things? I mean, I can't really say. I don't know her personally. Okay, I don't know Michel'le personally. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I wasn't with her when she went through all of this. But the thing is, with Dre, and y'all can get mad at me all you want to. I really don't give a shit. It's my opinion, and I cherish that shit. Dr. Dre portrayed himself in Straight Outta Compton like he was a damn fucking superhero, like he was a good guy with morals. When you watch Surviving Compton and see all this abuse and havoc he put on this woman, you got to think to yourself, well, Dre, really, who the fuck are you? And the thing that kills me, and I told my friend this when I was on the phone with him today, I hate when fucking rappers say that they are real with it. They not gonna sugarcoat it. If I did it, I'm gonna admit it. I'm sorry, whatever. Don't say that. Don't basically don't talk the talk thinking you're gonna walk the walk. Dre, you portrayed yourself in the movie like you was the good guy with morals and whatnot. But in this movie, you put this girl through the ringer. You beat her ass, you put her down, you had this girl just all over the place. And here's the thing. If you did all this to her, fuck you and everything you stand for, my friend. That's how that goes. I don't condone men hitting women. I don't. Michel'le seems like she's a very sweet woman who had a very hard life, was trying to find love, thought she did, and it turned out to be a fucking nightmare. Should she have known better? Yes. Now, the thing is, her mother did apologize to her when she got out of rehab for saying what she said about allowing a man to hit you. Oh, but she changed that up real quick. Don't ever let a man put his hands on you. At first, I was sitting here like, nothing that comes out of your mouth even means anything to me. Honest to goodness, it does not. But the fact that she realized that she was wrong in what she said and she corrected herself an apology, that's the only reason why I even gave a damn. But honestly, I wanted to wring her fucking neck because I don't understand how in the first motherfucking place that you would tell your daughter to allow a nigga to put his hands on you. It's like a job. You got to take the abuse if you going to get a paycheck. Motherfucker, I would have kicked her ass for saying that shit to me. I wish a motherfucker would tell me that shit. There's not enough money in this world for me to allow a nigga to put his hands on me and beat me down till I'm dead. Because Dre and Suge Knight could have killed her. Let's be real here. They could have killed her. And thank the blessed Lord she is still with us today. And that her children still have a mother. Now, are these men in their kids' life? Who knows? Who knows? Dre is off doing whatever. Suge Knight is still locked up. I don't know. And did I forget to mention that Dre is trying to sue Michel'le? Really, we gonna jump the gun just like that, bro? You gonna sue this woman? What? Oh, because the way how you're portrayed in the movie? Well, I mean, bro, why you mad? You did what you did. Own up to the shit. So then he had the nerve to bring up a note or whatever, apologizing to the women that he hurt. I was a punk. I was an invalid, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have no real structure in my life. And I apologize to the people I hurt. I know that this has affected their lives thus far. I admit what I did, and I'm not going to be ashamed of it anymore, yada, yada, yada. Nigga, you didn't even make a public apology to Michel'le, the mother of your child, the one you beat her ass and almost fucking shot her with a gun. Are you fucking kidding me right now? When do you give a two shits about the other women? Oh, you talking about the other baby mamas? Which I haven't heard anything from the other baby mamas that you done whatever. And Ice Cube, I'm actually very shocked with you because I would have thought a man of your mentality here would have said something to Dre about him putting his hands on a female. I mean, the woman that's been down with you since NWA or whatever, you're still married. You're married to this woman. You've been married to her for 30 years. And I would think you would have been like, Dre, you wrong. You just wrong. You don't put your hands on no female. But I know my husband is wanting to hear what Ice Cube has to say about the movie. That is what he is waiting for. I personally think he's not going to say anything about it. If he does, okay. But if he doesn't, I mean, oh well. The movie is pretty much already done, and whatnot. So there's really nothing more that can be said or done. But let me tell you this though, people went ham on Dre after this movie. They went ham. Nobody's not gonna buy any more beats by Dre. You know, they're not gonna support him in anything he does. They don't condone violence against women. And that's what Michel'le wanted us to take from that movie, to know that abuse is not love. I mean, thank the Lord. I have a man who doesn't do those things to me. Thank the Lord for that. I didn't have to grow up like that. Although I did had a relative that did whoop me to where I had black and blue marks on my back, and she kept me home from school. But I will tell you that another day. But yes, people, that is my opinion and movie review on Surviving Compton, Dre, Suge, and Michel'le. And I can tell you this much: if you have not seen it, I would suggest that you watch it. It is hurtful. It will piss you off more. I mean, it's sad, but it will. I think you will be more angry than you would be sad. You will be very angry, like I was, and my husband. And let me just leave you on this note: if Michel'le fabricated anything with Dre, then I'll be the first one to apologize, say shame on her. But if what she said is true and Dre did do these things to her, Dre, you are a pussy, you are a little bitch. And for you to even do that to the mother of your child is ridiculous. Wonderful example you're setting for your sons. Yeah, go ahead and beat up a woman. It's no big deal. That would be pretty fucked up if you taught them that shit. And if you have daughters, which I'm pretty sure you do, if a nigga put their hand on your daughter, I promise you right now, you be the first one that they do on sight with a gun. Just saying. I have 3 girls and 1 boy. You already know what time it is if ever you come after my girls or my son. It's a wrap. But until then, I got to get ready to go to work. I'm getting tired. Just wanted to do this movie review. Until then, I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.